Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So today, as you can see, I'm doing a review and tutorial. The review is the Teddy Bear from Too Faced palette. They've just recently come out with this. I know they have a limited edition of Cinnamon Swirl, but I tried this. I wanted to try it. I saw a lot of reviews on it. The only thing I was really surprised about was the size. It is so small. The names are actually on the back. It really is an unusual palette in terms of the size. Very attractive packaging though. Too Faced quality in their eyeshadows have always been really good. Again, this is what it looks like. You've got a huge mirror there as well. So let's just give you a look up there. So this is close up. You've got 4 shimmers, and these 2 are still eyeshadows here. But you've got really good colors there. So I obviously have done one. I found them, I have used it throughout the week in terms of like neutral colors. They're really easy to apply, really easy to blend, beautiful packaging, smells beautiful. There's like a sweet scent of it. The quality in terms of lasting, it lasted all day long, which was really good. I have put my putty primer on. As you can see, I've put most of my foundation or my makeup on. I've used my It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. I've used my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. I've gone in with the Huda Beauty bronzer, and I've used my QC Makeup Academy brow kit as well. So let's get into it. Again, I was kind of really surprised that it was this small. I thought there'd be a couple of more shadows, but you can divide this palette into 2. So basically, my opinion is you can divide it into more of a berry palette if you're going for that cranberry look, or you can go for that smoky eye. And I'm going to go in between, a little bit in between today. So I actually don't have any eyeliner. I actually brought this maroon color right down into my line for eyeliner, and I think it worked out really well. I actually got this for free. This is the e.l.f. mascara. That's what I've put on. I haven't popped any lashes on today, but this is the volume plumping mascara, and this was actually sent to me free. So let's get into it. You can use lots of blending here. They're really creamy. I do think they could have just left one of these out. They're both shimmers. They could have left them out and maybe put a peachy champagne color, but a lot of shimmers there that are quite similar. I want to come onto the laptop here just to show you something that I did find interesting. They do have a limited edition palette, and I feel that they're really similar. So if I go on to Cult Beauty, okay. So I'm on Cult Beauty at the minute, and they do have another palette, and it's called Too Faced Limited Edition Cinnamon Swirl Sweet and Spicy eyeshadow palette. Now, when I look at them both, and I will put them both side by side on the screen, apart from about 4 colors, they're exactly the same. So this costs you £32. It's the Too Faced Teddy Bear eyeshadow palette. This is on Cult Beauty. I have looked on Look Fantastic and various other sites, and it is the same price. But I thought it was quite interesting that the Too Faced Limited Edition Cinnamon Swirl, apart from a couple of shadows, is very similar, if not the same, which I think is interesting. I don't know why this is called Limited Edition. A little bit unfair, I think, to people, but if you're looking for a smaller condensed version, this is probably the way to go. So the Too Faced Limited Edition is £40, which I think is like $53. I'm not quite sure of the conversion rate. And they also have the Born This Way, the neutrals, which is a little bit in between, a little bit darker colors. I will pop the neutrals up there too, but I really wanted to try this. So let's get into it. So again, I've got the Huda Beauty Glow Bronzer on. I've got my It Cosmetics Foundation Your Skin But Better. There's a review coming up next week. I've done it for 2 weeks. Well, I will be on the 21st. It will be 2 weeks since I've done it. And then my review, I've put on everything that I need to. My primer is the green primer from W7. So let's get into it. So the first one I used was this kind of medium brown right here. And I just put it in the crease, kind of using it as a base or as a marker. So we're going to do that now. And if I'm looking away slightly, it's just because I don't have my mirror. So I don't have any lashes on whatsoever. I wanted to try out and trial the e.l.f. Volume Plumping mascara, which I think went really well because it doesn't take over the smokiness of the eye. So we're going to go in with this here. It's kind of that medium brown, and it is called, God, they're really tiny writing. Sharing is caring. There we go. So we're going to go in with that, and we're just going to use that as like our base color. We're just going to bring that above the lid. Really easy to blend, clean, creamy colors, really creamy. What I liked about it. Scent is really beautiful as well. But I did think that was really interesting about the Too Faced limited edition Cinnamon Swirl. The only thing limited about it is that there's 4 colors that you wouldn't have in this palette. But could you dupe this palette if you didn't want to spend £32? I will link it below. I'll find a palette for you guys that you could actually dupe it for. I know if you're trying to spend higher end, there's the Naughty palette Huda Beauty do a lot more colors, but these colors would be within that palette. But I will look for a dupeable Too Faced for Too Faced palette for you guys. So yes, I'm bringing that in just as a base, having that creamy brown just above the eyelid, and we're just getting that kind of as a marker. Now what I'm going to do is go in with this color. It's a little bit of a deeper brown right here, and it is called Stuffed, this one right here. Very unusual names. And we're going to use a smaller brush, still a fluffy brush, but a little bit smaller and more defined, because you want to get right into that area. And you can see I'm bringing it up a little bit, and then I'm going to blend. Okay, so you can see that there. Really just blending that out. Okay, so it's kind of going above the lid slightly. Okay, so what we're going to do then with a clean fluffy brush is we're just going to blend that out at the top. Just a clean brush, blending that out really gently so there's no harshness. And I said before, I've got my Putty Primer eye primer on today from e.l.f. Okay, so you're just getting that harshness, but it's still looking soft. Now I'm going to get my placement brush, because what we're going to do is we're going to go in with Press Pause, which is, no, sorry, we're going to go in with The Snuggle is Real. So we're going to do that now, but I'm going to press it onto the outer lid. So we're just going to go in, really pressing that down, and we're literally just pressing that in. Getting that little bit of smokiness. Now, even though that looks kind of out of place, when we blend it, it actually mixes in together. So what I'll do is I'll blend that and come back. So what I've done as well as that is I filled in the lower lash line too with this color here, which is The Snuggle is Real. And just kind of made it a little bit softer, but still that distinct line. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in with a pinky color, the shimmery color, this one right here, and it is For Real. And I like that kind of, I want to go a little bit more of a kind of pinkish tone, but not overbearing to the smokiness that we've done. So again, this is going to be a placement color using the placement brush. And I'm just going to take some of that really nice pink color here. It's right here. Okay. Really lovely shades here, but I do want to say and stress, if you don't want to spend this amount of money, you could get a dupe. But I also think if they had have put the limited edition together in terms of the colors and just made one palette, that would have been amazing too, because there isn't that much difference in either one. So we're just going to place that. We're not going into the corner directly. We're only filling out the middle, so we're not going to go right in. And I'm placing that. That's a nice color there. You can see it's just getting that purpley pink with a little bit of highlight in there. And then what you can do is go in with your finger and place it. So we have that colour. You can see it is kind of a pinky, and we've gone with that really smoky eye, but it really suits it. So what we're going to do then is go in with the gold. So this is just here, and there's not as shimmery. It's like a matte gold, but it still has a little bit of shimmer in it. We're going to go in with that now, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. So I'm actually going to use my finger again, and I'm just going to place it first, and then we can blend. Really bringing it out to the side, not dragging in any way. And then going back in with that pink. Just to give the depth, the correct depth there. So what we're going to then do is go in with Bare It All, and then I'm just going to go on the outer lid, the outer part of the eye, just for that added smokiness, and then we'll have a look at both. So I'm only going to place it first. You can see that, and I kind of left it in the shape of the outer eye. So now we're going to blend. You can bring it up slightly just to add to the smokiness. But you could certainly divide, just before I finish, I just want to say, you could divide this palette into two. You could go for a very, very plummy look, or you could go here with that kind of neutral or dark golden. But I wanted to kind of combine them all, kind of subtly, but then you have an option to go either way or kind of blend them together. So what I'll do is I'll put my mascara on and come back. Hi guys, so I finished both eyes. I think I've got a little bit of highlight as well from e.l.f. This one here. This is Watermelon. I'm going to kind of fade it out a little bit because it does look a little bit bright. But this is the e.l.f. highlighter brush. There's two sizes. They're all cruelty free as well. So I think this little palette is great. Are there ones that you could get that have these colours already? Absolutely. Could you dupe it? Yeah, I think you could. But would you like something that's kind of a little bit more pretty and just kind of, it's a feel-good palette, I think. It is a feel-good palette. I think the names on the back, obviously, I think is to reduce the size of the palette. So you do have the names, but they've obviously reduced the packaging and the size for whatever reason. Obviously it's got that teddy bear on the front, then you've got these, so I'm not complaining about the colours. I think they could have switched one so that I mean there's two golds. I think one could have been a champagne colour, but the colours themselves are really blendable. You could go for a much more cranberry style deep red eye than I've gone for. I have kind of injected a little bit of the cranberry in there and kind of gone ahead with the smoky, brought this down under the lid as well, just under the eye, just to give it a bit more kind of oomph as such. But then I've obviously made up for that by going in with a little bit of a highlight too, so nothing is too dark or too bright. So yes, so the last thing we're going to do is go in with a lipstick. And I've got some Hyundai lipsticks that I think I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. And I've got multiple colours, deep reds, pinks, really nice ones, and I'm going to go today with this one. They're all just numbered 1 to 5, so this is the one I'm going to go with today. I think it will just suit the look. And I'm also going to go in with some lip liner. Okay, and the lip liners are from True Lips. They're on Amazon and they're really, really good. So I'm just going to warm that up. Okay, so this is what the lip liner looks like. Really creamy, even though it's a pencil, really, really nice. So we're going to go with that first. It's so creamy. So I tend to actually fill in the lip completely because it does kind of maintain your lipstick, helps maintain the lipstick throughout the day. And I will link the lipsticks below as well. Okay. What I'm going to do now is just pop on that lipstick. They are numbered 1 to 6. Got this more of a deep purple here as well. Let's show you that one. Really nice ones. Very good quality as well, and I will link them below. So you do have kind of more of a, so this is more of a pinky tone. You've got your deep brown as well, but I feel like my deep brown is my safe zone. So I wanted to go, you've got your really deep purple here, and I'll show you this one. Oh, that looks like there. Really, if I just bring it up a little bit more. Really deep purple. So I was kind of going out of my comfort zone today. I tend to stay in my comfort zone in certain colors, and this one is really kind of palish, in between pink and nude. A really bright pink actually, coming off on camera. So this is the one we're going to go for today. I'm just going to show you what that looks like, and we've got on our lip liner, so I'm going to just put this on. I think it's a perfect kind of day look as well in terms of the lipstick. So would I recommend the palette? I would, but I think don't feel pressure to get it, or don't feel you have to get it, because I do think there's other colors that you could get in another palette. But it's a very sweet palette. It's a very kind of fun palette to use. I could definitely get some plum looks out of that too, which I probably will. Very kind of cute. I think it would make a really nice present as well for Christmas. I'd use it again. I think it will be something I'll go for, but all the kind of claims I think were true in terms of the staying power and things like that. But the only kind of gripe I have is that they do have a limited edition cinnamon swirl, and there's probably only 4 extra eyeshadows in there. The rest are kind of in here. So that's the only thing that I think is going to frustrate people, is the fact that they do have another palette, a little bit more expensive, £40, and the only difference is there's probably 4 other colours that aren't in this palette. So that would be the only thing. But other than that, I think the quality is really good. I think the Too Faced are always good quality in eyeshadows, I feel. Just the colours, great. You know, they've obviously limited down the packaging, and so the names are on the back. But yes, I mean, if you're kind of interested in it, definitely get it. I think it is all positive. The only thing I would say again is that there is another limited edition that has about 4 more colors, as I said. So if you had to put those all together, you could have had one palette really. So yes. Okay. So that's the lipstick. Again, they're not named as 1 to 6. I think there was 6 in one set, so I will link those below. So yeah, I can try to get them all there. So you've got these ones here, and then you've got the 2 deep purple ones, which are these 2. So you've got a kind of a depth there as well. So yeah, they're nice. They're really nice. So I am going to kind of blend out that highlight today, because I can see it's coming off on camera really bright, and in the mirror it's not, but I will kind of blend it out a little bit. So yes, that was the Teddy Bear Too Faced palette review. I think it's so cute. I really do. I think it will be a really nice gift. I think it's perfect for the holidays because you've got 2 kind of looks that you could go for. They've divided the palette into 2, I think, on purpose. So you do have those plummy colors here, and then it kind of blends right down into the deep browns, and then you've got your light brown here, which you could use as your base color, which I did today. But you really do have some beautiful deep reds there. This has kind of a shimmer to it too. Really nice. So I think it would be a lovely investment for you. If you really want to, I think go for it. I think it's a quality palette, and I certainly would advise getting it. But if you're looking for a bit of a bigger palette with more range, I think maybe go for something else. But yes, in all, a good palette, really good blending. Would definitely recommend it. I'll do some pictures after this video, and stay safe, guys, and I'll see you soon.